Welcome to Portugal, welcome to beautiful Vilamora, welcome to Global Think Tank. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here today. We've got a super exciting few days lined up ahead. And as you know, this is a really special occasion. It's Awin's 25th anniversary, and we're so proud that over 600 people have joined us here in Vilamora today. And there's people from all over the world. We've got people from Australia, from Brazil, from the US, from all across Europe, and we couldn't be happier that you're all here. So very exciting days ahead, a ton of inspiring content, plenty of networking opportunities, and what a beautiful environment to do business in. And there's of course going to be lots of fantastic entertainment ahead. So why the name Think Tank? Well, we wanted this to be a space where we challenge assumptions. We want the content to be thought-provoking about marketing, commerce, the role that affiliate plays in that. And we want to highlight affiliates' future potential and value. And so to do that, we've assembled a really phenomenal lineup of speakers. So today, straight after this, you're going to be hearing from Scott Galloway. He's going to be talking about AI and its impact on business and society. Later this afternoon, we've got Dr. Karen Nelson-Field, who's a world-leading expert in advertising effectiveness, something I think we can all aspire towards. And then tomorrow, we have Lily Ray, who has been the go-to person for all things SEO and Google algorithm changes. I think it's going to be fascinating to listen to her. And then finally tomorrow, we wrap things up by delving into the weird and wonderful world of behavioral psychology with the inimitable Rory Sutherland. And I think that's going to be a fascinating presentation too. But alongside that star-studded list of keynotes, we've also got some other brilliant content to share with you today. If you haven't got it already, please download the ThinkTank app. Within the app, the entire agenda is there. It also syncs with your badges so that you can share contact information. And we've got 3 tracks going on in the rooms downstairs. The red track is going to be all about everything to do with the Awin platform and how you maximize value from it. The orange track, that's industry hot topics, think influencer marketing, retail media. And then the yellow track is going to be more sector-focused content from our sponsors. And don't miss the Who Wants to Be an Affiliateer quiz that's being sponsored by Shark Ninja. And that gives me a great opportunity to say a massive thank you to all our sponsors. You can see them here listed on the screen. But a special mention to our headline sponsors. So Shark Ninja, we like to describe these guys as a real adventure advertiser, somebody who embraces everything that the affiliate channel has to offer. We won Best Affiliate Strategy in Europe at last year's Global Performance Marketing Awards with these guys. So if you're a publisher, please check out that program. Please talk to those guys. There's lots of them here. And also Tangu, who's one of our fastest growing international publishers, active in over 30 markets. And these guys do full funnel programmatic solutions. So also well worth speaking to. But a big thank you to everybody who has contributed to shaping this event. And of course, the biggest thanks of all has to go to all of you guys, our customers, our partners. Many of you have been with Awin since the very beginning for the full 25 years. We have grown together on this journey. And I think as we look ahead to the future, I want to take a few moments to just reflect on how far we've come. This is me 25 years ago. And at the time, I was actually studying dentistry at university, believe it or not. And I think by the mischievous look on my face, you can probably imagine that I wasn't doing a lot of dental studying work. I mean, this was at a Christmas party. But you know, life has a funny way of things working out. But that was me 25 years ago. But what was going on online 25 years ago? Well, the founder of Napster was on the front cover of Time magazine. for legal copyright battles with Metallica and Dr. Dre. AOL dominated dial-up internet. It had 50% market share in the US. And animated GIFs were a thing. And this dancing baby was one of the first viral memes. Now, when creating this presentation, I really started to feel very old. I wonder how many of you actually remember this stuff, but I actually do. But 25 years ago, the internet was still early and struggling for mainstream adoption. And I think this Daily Mail headline encapsulated it. It said the internet was a passing fad. The future of online shopping is limited. Millions are giving up on the internet. And of course, this obviously hasn't aged very well. But it was kind of understandable at the time, because this was a time when the dot-com bubble had burst. It had reinforced the doubts that existed around online shopping. And many online businesses simply couldn't make the model work. There wasn't the scale to make it work. And we've put some of the most iconic failures of the time up on the screen. Pets.com was one of them, but also eToys, an online toy retailer, Webvan that was doing grocery delivery, and Cosmo.com, which was 1-hour snack delivery. And some of these business models you're familiar with today, they're successful now, but only because of the scale that the internet now has. And some of them have only recently, of course, become profitable. But what's happened since then is, of course, the internet has exploded. We went from 400 million users in 2000 to over 5.5 billion users today. And for Awin, we've really rode the crest of that wave. Web content grew exponentially. In 2000, you could download the whole internet in a week. Today, that would take over 500 years. And we've seen this massive explosion in e-commerce data, and that has fueled our business development and our platform development over time. And of course now, ad spend overall is worth 1 trillion, and digital accounts for over 70% of that. And it's still growing double digit, so much faster than advertising as a whole. So, where was Affiliate Window at that time? Now again, the oldies in the room might remember this sound, the beautiful sound of a 56K modem dialing up to the internet, hogging your phone line. Affiliate marketing was, of course, still in its infancy back then, and we used Wayback Machine to pull up a screen grab of the Affiliate Window homepage from the time. I actually joined a few years after this, in 2004. I was integrating clients onto the platform in my first job. But of course, while the design of this website feels obviously a little dated now, what's interesting here is that some of the core messaging around it, some of the value messaging, remains the same today. Risk-free advertising, you only pay on results, relationship building. These are values that we still hold dear today. And some of our oldest customers are actually still active on the platform today. Here's what we think to be our oldest advertiser. It's a company called drinkstuff.com. They're in the glasses and tableware business. Really great program. It's still generating sales to this day. And I think it's got a merchant ID of 8. We're now in the hundreds of thousands in merchant IDs. And some of our early affiliates are still active today. Here's one called stereoboard.com, a live music ticket comparison site. It first joined the network in 2001, and it is still active today. And I think the founder of Stereoboard, Nigel, is in the audience. Nigel, do you want to stand up just a second? A big round of applause for Nigel. It's one of the earliest affiliates on Affiliate Window. I think we've got a bottle of champagne making its way over to you. So thank you very much for the support over the years. So Awin's journey has been a 25-year story of both, organic market entries, inorganic, lots of acquisitions. You can see them up on the screen here. There's Bayat in the UK, M4N in the Netherlands, Affilinet in Germany, ShareASale in the US, Commission Factory in Australia. And that's really helped us expand our presence and our reach globally over the years. But it's also helped us bring in some phenomenal talent to the business, many of which are in this room today. So we had Dawn, Roz, and Nick, who came from Bayat. We have Alex Kubo, who came from Affilianet. Zane is here from Sydney, from Commission Factory. And James Skelland, who joined from Singleview, is now our VP of Engineering. So as well as helping us grow our business internationally, these acquisitions have also massively enhanced the people that work with us every day. And we're not going to stop here. This year, Awin Access is launching in Canada and Australia. And we have another exciting launch which is going to come later in the presentation, another market entry. And all the while, I think the affiliate space has been hugely innovative. It's always been a channel that's full of entrepreneurs and startups. And in a recent piece of research we did alongside Forrester, CMOs ranked access to innovative technology as one of affiliates' top strengths, something that made us very proud. And I think the industry has gone through lots of disruption during that time, and it's always found a smart way to adapt. And I think one of the best ways to exemplify this is that if you looked at the top affiliates that were on the network back when I started, every sort of 5 years those change, signaling always new exciting entrants. And today what we're seeing is an influx of influencers, the fastest growing partner type on the network. We've seen CSS partners flourish following EU's Google Shopping change. And we've seen a bunch of fintech players come into the space, neobanks coming into the space, looking for new and exciting ways to engage their audiences with shopping. And so there's been this constant flow of new partners into the industry, which keeps things really exciting. And we have tried to consistently lead with tech innovation that solves real customer challenges. And we've put a few of these up on the screen. But I want to just call out 3 standout examples. First, Snoopy in 2006. Back then, a lot of affiliates in the top 10 would have been paid search affiliates, and there was a need to regularly monitor the paid search space, and I think we were the first company to build a solution that did that. Obviously, there are now many of those in the market, but this was a key differentiator for us at the time. In 2010, we launched our Master Tag, and the Master Tag has not only maintained robust tracking for the industry for many years, it's also allowed a whole community of tech partners to flourish. And actually, the Master Tag is only second behind Amazon, according to Built With, for JavaScript technology that's sort of available on the internet. So that's how ubiquitous the Master Tag is now and how powerful it is. And the last one I want to point out in 2019 was bounceless tracking. With that ever-changing regulatory landscape, concerns around privacy, building tracking solutions that maintain the integrity of our channel as something that we've always held dear. And of course, we're following this up at the moment with the CPI, the Conversion Protection Initiative. But in keeping with that, and after many years of investment into our technology, we've recently introduced a new quarterly cadence of platform updates. And the idea here was to replace sort of isolated feature launches with coordinated thematic rollouts. And we think this provides a much clearer and more cohesive view of what the products can actually do and the product enhancements that we're releasing. And so what I would like to do now is introduce a few people to you. So Anna is going to come up a little bit later and talk about how we're implementing AI across our platform. Jacob is going to talk about some new publisher and creator experiences we're about to launch. But before that, I want to introduce you to our Group Product Director, Stephen Short, who's going to take you through an exclusive preview of a major upgrade we're about to make to our platform. So please welcome to the stage, Stephen Short.
So today I have the pleasure of launching with you our spring release for 2025, but also showcasing some of the innovations we've been working on that are dictating the future of our platform and its usability. So starting with the spring release, our spring release is jam-packed full of value, from new commissioning options, increased automation with Zapier, and a whole new version of our Shopify app, which is powering 10,000 of our advertisers. I want to talk about just 3 of these highlights now. The first one, say hello to Ava. Ava is our new chat assistant, offering support and guidance for advertisers and publishers. It's available 24/7 to answer your queries and help you make the most of the platform. Coming soon, further, Ava is getting smarter. So helping take actions on your program and also talking to your data with conversational analytics. We're really excited about how Ava can unlock new growth for our partners. What else is new? Anybody that knows me knows I love Mexico. Aside from being the home of mezcal, it's also a market that's experienced 6 years of double-digit e-commerce growth. And building Mexico, for me, really hit home the value that networks are providing for advertisers. Having to engage with all these local tax authorities, certain documentation, certain APIs to engage and facilitate publisher payments. Networks unlock this scale and abstract away the complexity of having to deal with all these different regions and all these different partners within those regions. What else is new? So we often talk about this idea of walled gardens, especially when it comes to ad tech spend. And you might have heard recently the kind of 30% App Store ruling around sort of trust and the Digital Services Act and the App Store having to be a bit more open in the iOS ecosystem. But what we don't often talk about is this idea of the games that social apps play to keep you locked into those social apps and not breaking out into different environments. As an example, on LinkedIn, you click a link and it's almost like you're going to download a virus. It's like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? On Instagram, they've built their own autofill technology, so their own credit card autofill and personal details autofill, which doesn't work with iOS native autofill. Consumers don't like these experiences, and our data shows it. 30% uplift when we actually take the consumer out of the social apps and into their preferred browsing environment on Safari and Chrome. So this is a new technology we've released in the spring release called the in-app browser breakout. Now you can find out more about our spring release. These are just 3 highlights in the different sessions in our red track today. So both deep diving on items in the spring release, but also some sneak peeks of what we're working on for future releases. But we've also been working on something special, aside from our spring release, and it all started with this observation. Everyone's racing to build the biggest feature factory. But features are being pumped out across the factory line, and they're often disconnected experiences. They're tools that don't work with each other, and they're quite far removed from actual real customer needs. They're built to add a line item to a feature matrix to say, okay, we can do that as a platform, rather than to deliver meaningful customer value. As an example, an AI placement recommender. How useful can an AI placement recommender be unless it understands your goals, what type of websites you like working with, and historical performance? If it's just serving generic placements, then there's no value other than saying, okay, we're doing it with AI. And it ends up like something like this. The File Explorer 3000, endless features that actually don't deliver real value. You used to be able to do this on Microsoft Word and add all these kind of individual toolbars. I used to do it myself and think I was pretty cool, this kind of command center Microsoft Word, but it adds no real value. It's a complicated journey. Apple have this design philosophy that if everyone's busy building everything, how can anyone perfect anything? We start to confuse convenience with joy, abundance with choice. And it makes sense because you start off your day with grand aspirations of what you want to achieve, what you're setting out to do, and then you have to navigate all these different platforms. And straight away, what you're trying to achieve becomes a bit of a side story. And then you've got to marry up the two. Okay, the terminology on this platform, this means this. I have to go insert a menu item to do this. And it gets far removed from what you're actually trying to achieve. You have to navigate all these different platforms, all these different terminologies. LLMs have really captivated people because they remove all that noise around what I'm trying to do. I enter direct language, okay, this is what I'm trying to achieve, and I get back that text result. In natural language, you can ask direct questions and focus on exactly what you're trying to do. For me, it removes this translation layer. I just ask questions and I get back that response. All the noise around how platforms work have disappeared. But there's no reason why we can't apply those same principles to different interfaces too. Point and click, touch and swipe. The truth is, great platforms should truly understand what you're trying to achieve anyway. They should tailor their experiences, offer insights and actions that actually help you succeed. And that's been the guiding principle behind something special we've been working on. It's a platform that's built for today, but ready for the AI world of tomorrow. And with that, I'd like to introduce Anna, our head of user experience, and all the great work that her team have been doing around building this platform. But first, we prepared a short clip of it in action.
As a digital marketer in fashion, I'm always looking for the right online partnership to help me grow my business fast. Awin's Partner Discovery connects me with creators who actually align with my brand.
I think this is gonna work.
Campaigns built in minutes. Tips to tweak my campaigns keep me one step ahead. And if I'm stuck, I just ask Ava. No waiting around, just 24/7 answers to all of my questions.
Thanks, Ava.
Nice. And performance reports automatically sent to the team on Slack. Smart platform, strong results. That's Awin.
Right, well, I hope you can all agree that this is pretty exciting. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we've been up to. So over the last year, we've had hundreds of hours of conversations with you, our customers, and you told us in no uncertain terms that you want more from the platform. You want more simplicity, more focus on what actually matters to you, less friction, more intuitive journeys. And we listened. What we are revealing here today is a brand new platform built from the ground up. It is not just an upgrade. It is a leap forward that takes us into the future where the platform is super smart and scalable and ready to grow with you. We didn't just tweak the interface here. We went back to the very beginning and we looked at where you were getting stuck, what was slowing you down to achieve your goals. And we asked ourselves then, well, what if we didn't just make it better? What if we built something brand new that is obvious and seamless and really enjoyable? You use this tool every day. We really want you to enjoy it. So what we did is we took the tools that you use normally in your day-to-day and we've crafted them into new intuitive journeys that really help you achieve your goals. The new platform is faster, is smarter, and it's radically simpler, which basically is designed to help you do what you need to do as quickly as possible without the friction. So let's take an even closer look at what all that means. We are simplifying the experience by focusing on 3 core areas which we know are important to you. 1 is all about your program. 2, about your partnerships, and 3, campaigns, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about. So starting with your program, this is a new intuitive dashboard design where you can easily track performance, you can carry out your tasks that keep your program healthy, and you get access to smart recommendations. It is your data at a glance. It offers simplified navigation, and as you can see, a brand new look and feel, which we are very, very proud of. Next, partnerships. It is the core of what we do. So we wanted to create a journey where you can create meaningful, lasting partnerships, but also manage them all in one place. You can track how your partners are performing and then search for new connections using our smart recommendations and brand new search functionality. And lastly, there we go. Lastly, campaigns. It's a new concept for Awin, but it's something that we know most of you or many of you already do. You really want to work in a way where you can track your campaign activity all the way through, and this new journey allows you to do that by simply applying a campaign parameter. But we're not stopping here. We've got a next step, and our next step is goal-based campaign builder. It's an even easier way to launch a campaign that actually helps you drive growth your way. So I really hope that you are as excited for this now as we are. I cannot tell you how excited the team is to be showing this to you today. But you might be wondering, oh, when is it coming? Is it going to be ages? Well, let me tell you, it isn't. 29th of July is our official launch date for our brand new experience. And we really cannot wait to hear what you guys think about it. Please give us your thoughts, reach out with feedback, talk to your account managers, or reach out to us in the product team directly. At the end of the day, this is as much your platform as it is ours, and we really want to make it work for all of you. And just one final thought from me, a look into the future, if you like. Our channel offers so many advantages with its predictability and incredible performance, but also, let's be honest, it's really quite manual still, and it requires quite a lot of effort and attention to get it right. Now, imagine if we combined the predictability and the performance of our channel with the automation and kind of set and forget nature that other channels enjoy. This is where we are headed. This is what we want to build. What we are talking about here is our next thing, which is campaign intelligence. It's an AI-powered journey that allows you to co-create goals with AI and then share them with your network. It is allowing you to receive actually tailored, personalized recommendations for partnerships and placements. It's also allowing you to smartly allocate budgets. It's kind of like scaling your team without any additional headcount, right? You are getting this platform that is going to be your assistance. And it's bringing your partners onto the value creation journey, which is so important that you all share the same goal when you are working on campaigns together. This is the future that we see. This is what we want to build, and we really could not be more excited for this to become reality. And now, talking about exciting things, I'm going to hand you over to our head of product, Jake, who's going to talk to you about what we've been up to for creator experience.
Now, I'd really like to shift focus and talk about some of the exciting developments that we've been working on specifically for publishers. Last year, we launched our Awin Publisher app, and the response from the community so far has been fantastic. But we had some really clear goals in mind when we launched this. We wanted to meet our target customers where they are, and we wanted to give publishers a clean slate to create a great user experience. Now, since it launched, we've seen a really fantastic engagement. 25,000 installs, 143,000 offers shared, and 150,000 links generated. And we're also seeing an average rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars. But we don't just want this to be a companion app. We want it to become an essential publisher tool. So, let's talk about some of the problems that we want to solve. So creators tell us they want an easy way to find their favorite products to promote across brands. Now, we believe that by starting with the product that the creator already loves, it's going to lead to more authentic and successful content than by starting first with the brand. So, I'm really excited today to tell you about product discovery. Product discovery is going to be a new feature that will make it easier than ever for publishers to find and promote products. With product discovery, you'll be able to search directly within the app for specific products that you're interested in promoting, whether it's trending items, niche finds, or products that are tailored to your audience. This tool will instantly return results with the available advertiser links, so you can grab the tracking links and start earning straight away. It's all about removing the friction and making it faster and easier to connect with the right products right when you need them. But what about once you've found those products? So, we also know that creators and content publishers want a more visual and curated way to showcase their products to their audience. So I'm also excited to tell you more today about storefronts. There we go. So, storefronts will give you a space to build and customize a product collection that reflects your personal brand or content style. So whether you're a lifestyle blogger, a tech reviewer, or a fashion influencer, you'll be able to handpick products and present them in a way that feels native to your audience. And of course, it's all integrated with affiliate tracking, So every product that is shared through your storefront is a new opportunity to earn. This is about empowering creators with tools that are easy to use, impactful, and tailored to modern content strategies. Now, this is just a small snapshot, but we're really excited about these upcoming changes and remain committed to continually evolving our offering to support our publisher community. As Stephen and Anna have mentioned, we've got a lot of product changes that we're going to be sharing with you over the next couple of days, and we're really excited about some of the things that we're going to be sharing.
So you can see that our platform really is continuing to evolve around customer needs. We're trying to prioritize choice and control. Our vision is to help every user grow your own way. Now you can scan this QR code if you want to explore all the features that have been mentioned, or as the guy says, follow the red track, or you can speak to any of our product team throughout the course of the next few days. I'll give you a few seconds to scan that. Okay, so we see that the affiliate industry is undergoing a major evolution from what we call affiliate 1.0 to affiliate 2.0, static, one-size-fits-all models like cookie tracking, last-click attribution are being replaced by more dynamic and flexible alternatives. We've put some of the key shifts that we see up on the screen here, just to pick out a few. Tracking is obviously becoming much more adaptive now. Our technology understands, the environment that the user is operating on and adapts accordingly. Commissioning has gone from being basic and one-dimensional to much more complex and dynamic, designed to make sure that you get the sales that you want, the most valuable sales that you want, and you can target those. And we've gone from a situation where there's been incentive partner dominance, where we now have a rich tapestry of interesting partners that are changing all the time, that are constantly coming into the space. And affiliates operate across every stage of the traditional marketing funnel, from awareness through to action. They help shoppers discover brands, explore different options, make decisions, and of course, convert. But we do think that traditional funnel models, they don't really fully reflect the full scope of affiliate marketing's capabilities today. We see affiliate partnerships evolving way beyond the funnel into much more dynamic and flexible roles. And I think to visualize this, we use Scott Galloway's clock model. And for those not familiar with this, I'm just going to briefly take you through it. So the model maps brand engagement across three key phases. From 12 to 4, you have the pre-purchase phase. That's where advertising happens and attention capture. 4 to 8, you have direct brand interaction, so where the sale happens, in the store, on the website. And then from 8 to 12, you have the post-purchase phase. Think customer service, loyalty, CRM. And we think this is a much better reflection of how affiliate partnerships operate across the entire customer lifecycle. Affiliates influence all stages of that pre-purchase funnel from awareness to action, and we put that traditional funnel inside that pre-purchase segment. They engage users across multiple touch points, and they drive qualified traffic to your site. Their role spans right the way through from brand discovery through to conversion support. But affiliates now extend well beyond that pre-purchase phase. We have e-commerce tech partners that are supporting purchase and post-purchase stages, enhancing customer journeys. They're now super easy to activate, sometimes with a single click via our master tag, and many of them operating on a pure pay-for-performance model. So this reduces the risk and the resource strain of engaging with them. There's no dev work or upfront investment required. And we see that our affiliate model now encompasses traditional affiliates, tech partners, and brand-to-brand collaborations. And I think realizing this affiliate potential requires a platform that has scale, depth, and usability. Awin is one of the largest affiliate networks in the world, probably the largest. We have over 30,000 live advertisers, over 1 million publishers. We've tracked over 1.5 billion sales since we launched in 2000, driving $100 billion in revenue for our advertisers and paying out over $10 billion in commission to partners. And we think the new platform upgrades that we've just shown you will make this scale and this data more accessible and actionable than ever. And I think with its scale, data, and the platform upgrades, Affiliate is ready to play a much more strategic role in marketing. And in this fragmented digital world where attention is so scattered, it offers a flexible, performance-led way to turn complexity into measurable results. Now, even without naming it, many of today's business leaders now championing the idea of partnership and accountability that define what affiliate marketing is. Take Catherine Keogh, the nationwide CMO. She gave a speech at last year's IPA Effectiveness Awards where she declared the arrival of a new era of marketing effectiveness. She described a shift from centralized, fire and forget advertising to authentic, ground-level engagement. That means meeting audiences where they are, through real partnerships and collaborations. In other words, affiliate marketing. Let's take Fernando Fernandez, the CEO of Unilever. He made influencer partnerships an absolute top priority. He's committed to shifting 50% of his ad budget into influencer marketing, focusing on local creators. His vision is to have one influencer in every zip code. Again, affiliate marketing. And one of the CEOs of the moment, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, in a recent interview, he name-checked affiliate as a potential monetization option for ChatGPT. Now, he doesn't like the ad model. He wants his LLM to recommend products based on the prompts that people enter into it, and not the highest bidder. And this is ideal for affiliate marketing. So watch this space. I think this is a really exciting development for our industry and a clear sign that affiliate is gaining serious traction in tech's top CEOs. So across all these examples, there's a clear message. People no longer trust ads. They actively pay subscriptions to avoid seeing ads. I think the appeal of things like ChatGPT and Perplexity proves it. People want a cleaner experience that isn't cluttered by traditional ad formats. And I think because of this, it's imperative that brands shift from simply broadcasting to collaborating, handing over the reins to a set of trusted partners. That, of course, can feel risky, but I think that decentralized trust is exactly what makes affiliate partnerships work. It's exactly what creates authentic content. And I think it's one of those rare situations where 1 + 1 really does equal 3. The best affiliate partnerships, they don't just perform, they multiply your impact. And I think that's a sentiment which reminds me very much of a metaphor that Steve Jobs once used many years ago when describing the potential power of computers. Let's just have a quick listen to this.
I remember reading an article when I was about 12 years old, I think it might have been in Scientific American, where they measured the efficiency of locomotion for all these species on planet Earth. How many kilocalories did they expend to get from point A to point B? And the condor won, came in at the top of the list, surpassed everything else. And humans came in about a third of the way down the list, which was not such a great showing for the crown of creation. But somebody there had the imagination to test the efficiency of a human riding a bicycle. Human riding a bicycle blew away the condor, all the way off the top of the list. And it made a really big impression on me that we humans are tool builders, and that we can fashion tools that amplify these inherent abilities that we have to spectacular magnitudes. And so for me, a computer has always been a bicycle of the mind, something that takes us far beyond our inherent abilities. And I think we're just at the early stages of this tool, very early stages. And we've come only a very short distance, and it's still in its formation, but already we've seen enormous changes. I think that's nothing compared to what's coming in the next 100 years.
Always fascinating to hear how prescient Steve Jobs was. But it's that quality of amplification that he notes there that I see both in our industry's ad model, but also in the role that we have as a platform at the center of that. You know, for me, the affiliate model works because it decentralizes creativity and ownership. And that's exactly what the platforms that power it should also do. Empowering you to create partnerships of real value. We're building that platform today, and I hope you'll continue to see Awin as a way of amplifying your own marketing capabilities. You set the direction, and we help you go further.